Welcome back, guys, to our podcast. My name is Dylan.
I'm Andrew.
Oh yeah, I'm Zeke.
Hey, you want
So anybody listening, they get through the first 10 seconds, they're like, "Oh, this is gonna be one of them serious podcasts. I don't want to listen to this." You introduce it like, "Today's guest, we will meet a woman who's been possessed for 52 years, claiming to be plagued
what
by
you
a
say.
demon,
here I am.
and here I am laughing at her because she's been doing math for 48 years." What about the first four? Hmm?
I don't know.
So, what's your thoughts on possession?
Mine or one of them.
I think it's real.
I think it's cool.
No, no. Remember, we don't do reverse exorcisms. No, seriously. Like, I guess, what's your thoughts on the amount of claimed possessions versus the amount of mental illness versus real possessions?
I knew you were about to do something. Good job.
I was about to throw it at the trash can.
I think some of it's real. I think some of it's fake. I think most of it's actually fake. I think.
Well,
some of
that's
it's
what
real.
I'm asking. Not just the people who are faking it for attention, because there are those out there, but the people that need mental help versus the amount that needs spiritual help. Like,
I think everyone needs both.
well, yeah. What I'm talking about with possessions, like, because like the Catholic Church, their priests are now
They need mental help.
their priests are now trained to like look for the differences. You know, what's a mental illness versus what's a possession. I think there's a lot it's both. Like they might have a mental illness, but they also have some form of demonic possession or oppression.
I think the Catholics in general need mental help.
I don't.
I think they call
The
it most of the
organization-
possessions.
The organization, yes. I don't know. Catholicism is a deep dive. Like if you're going to go like deep into, and a lot of people like, well, they go. You mention Catholicism and they instantaneously group them in with Protestant Christians, unless you're Irish, and then they'll fight over it. But like the differences between the two is freakishly vast as far as like what their actual core beliefs are, their structure and everything. But like the main Protestant religions, in my opinion, have also become more of an organization instead of an actual relationship. Does that make sense?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Protestantism? Who's that?
I'm half asleep.
That's
so-
everybody that ain't Catholic in the
No,
Christian world.
in the Christian world.
In the Christian world, you got Catholicism, and you got Protestants. You know, Martin Luther nailing the thesis to the door. You're familiar with that.
No.
Does he not listen when I talk?
No, he does not.
You don't talk about that.
I do too.
No, you don't.
Okay, I start just going off about things, and I talk for hours about history and the connections and all this stuff. I've done it your entire life. Mama, have I not?
Yes.
She has to agree with you. Does
And
she
you
not?
have to disagree because you're his son and you're a contrarian.
No, I literally don't know what you're
No,
talking
he's not a
about.
Cunningham at all. You need some steak for your steak sauce? I don't need no damn steak sauce. I need a steak. If you need steak sauce, you know, a good steak.
Let's talk about, Dylan, how I got fourth place again.
In your steak competition? Your
With my
lamb?
Fourth again. My lamb will just never be better than fourth, I guess.
Okay, but listen, that is a solid fourth place recipe, which is a good.
2 years in a row, a solid fourth place recipe.
Y'all worked about 3, bro.
I mean,
I
hey,
know, bro.
you're always like, I just want to do good. I don't want to be the best. So
No, I want to be the best. I am the
then
best.
you're going to have to pick it up. Dude, I thought Curie should have placed. Her freaking lamb was
Hey,
dynamite.
Dylan, you ever tasted ocean water? Like legit ocean water? Curie's tasted like the ocean. There was so much daggum salt on there, you could have gave an old man a heart attack.
I loved it. And okay, now the kid that let us try his steak that won,
Steak?
you weren't up there. Me and Justin were up there, and Emily was there, and she was talking to one of the kids, and he was from the junior high, I think. But he's like, you guys want to try my steak? And Emily's like, well, yeah, dude. And then I'm sitting there just chilling while they're calling rewards, and of course he won first place. But yeah, I know why he won first place. That thing just fell apart in your mouth.
I
Like-
really liked that chicken the one kid did.
The first try,
No, the one that I gave you,
yeah, that's the
little
first
kid.
time I tried chicken. Yeah,
junior high camp.
dude, that was good. Had a lot of good cooks there, I guess. I don't understand why they pushed it back 30 minutes because they were 5 minutes late. Like, I don't know why they didn't just back it up 15 minutes instead of.
I don't know why y'all didn't just get your butts out of the building so we could freaking do our
I
thing.
wasn't in the building.
I know, neither was any art.
I dropped you guys off and I went to where I was supposed to be. That's what we're supposed to do.
But I don't see, they didn't freak out about that last year. They actually gave like a warning, hey,
Yeah.
go, not just like assuming everyone's going to leave.
Well, even after they told them all to leave, there was still ones running around. So, and I thought Emily was being sarcastic when she walked by me, and she's like, I'm glad my volunteers listen, because I was over there just sitting by myself. And I was like, well, dang, I guess I should have been in there doing something. And then they made that call and everything, and everybody had to get out. And I was like, oh, I was actually doing the right thing.
No, 3 out of our 4 team members placed. So
Y'all did pretty good.
me and one of them got 4th, and the other one got 2nd.
Nice.
I don't know how she got 4th. That chicken. He speak. He speak. I don't know what.
Yeah,
she
but
did.
see, because it was such a small piece of meat, she had enough time to pour all her tender love and care into this one tiny little piece of meat. It worked.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter's chicken was pretty good. It was a sweet tea marinade, he said. Yeah. It is funny watching, like, there's some of them that, I don't know, what is it, 5th grade through 8th?
4th.
Well, I'm talking about for the competition. You 4th through 8th,
I don't have a clue.
and then 9th through senior. But like you're at a grill masters competition for a 4-H event. Now, granted, the top 3 teams get to go what to the nation one or whatever
Nationals,
nationals,
which is all the state,
all the states. Yeah, so I mean it's
all the state, just our state,
all these state.
this state,
Central.
Tennessee.
What happens if you win that?
I don't know.
Okay, but I mean it's pretty cool if you win. Like you get to do stuff like the 4-H trips and stuff. All my kids have been on is awesome, but at the same time, some of them kids come in there, man, and I mean they are. And it's like, bro, you're cooking meat at a competition with a bunch of kids. It's okay.
Lamb doesn't go to state.
Why?
I think that's what she told me the first year. They might now, but
Yeah, but do you understand what I'm saying? Like, some of them kids get serious.
no, I don't really care because I
Isn't
always.
there
I-
only one that goes on to like past state level? Like only one of the categories? I'm thinking it was chicken, maybe.
I don't know. I know they spend a lot of time, effort, and energy in doing all their events and stuff, and like 4-H
I mean,
is
our
awesome.
our team was 6th place.
But like, no, you were 5th. No, yeah,
Oh.
6th. Sorry.
Question.
But like, I don't know. Some of them really, really highly competitive people confuse me.
I'm a highly competitive person when I want to be.
Your whole family is.
He's right.
What do you mean?
Y'all get on my nerves because I don't care. I
About
don't
what?
care if I lose. Y'all care if y'all lose.
That's
Well,
a
see,
lie.
I
That's a
don't.
lie.
No, really, no. We played that fighting game and I could care less. Remember that one time?
No, whenever we played Apex and I kept beating you in 1v1s,
Yeah, because I was like, this guy's getting better than me. This is crazy.
you were mad.
Well, like it's
Wasn't even
okay. Malachi's position is he's selectively competitive. Like if it matters to you, you're competitive about it, and that's fine. But like, there's several of our girls in particular, and a couple of your sisters, all of them, that are highly competitive about anything. Like we get together and play board games, and they're like they want to win, and it's like, what's the purpose of wanting to win so bad? Aren't you here to have fun and enjoy yourself?
That's
do
how I
you
am
not
with,
have
like-
fun unless you win?
Gambling.
Well, yeah, because nobody likes to lose money, but you know, Well, like I just don't. There's things to be serious about, but they're very, very few and far between when it comes to competitiveness.
Well, like, I'm just a good sport either way. Like me and the other guy were trying each other's lamb. We don't care.
Yeah, and
Like-
that's fine, but that's what I don't understand the people that are super duper competitive. I guess.
His lamb tastes like A1 steak sauce.
Was it
Pretty
A1
good.
steak sauce?
What?
Pretty
Dude,
good.
A1 is the trash of steak sauces.
Pretty good though.
I think it's better than Heinz 57.
I think- It tastes the same.
They
do
do
not.
not.
I will agree to a certain extent, but that's because I mixed them once and it tasted pretty good.
Yeah, but they're
That
Hey,
doesn't
complete-
mean they
Hey.
taste the same.
okay.
I
A1,
mean, I
you pour it
tasted-
out. A1 is not a sauce; it is a liquid.
Sure.
It's like
It's
soy
more
sauce.
like, no,
No,
it's
Yeah,
not
you
quite
you
soy
pour it
sauce
out
No,
and it just
consistent.
Because
disappears
if
off
you
the
It is
steak.
freeze
thin.
it becomes a sauce.
You don't freeze your sauces, but anyways. And Heinz 57 is nice and thick, and it goes on and it stays on your steak.
Ew.
And I actually prefer Heinz
I
57
like
on a burger instead of a
Chicken.
steak.
I like it with chicken better than I do with steak.
I like
will
I like it
admit
on my French fry, especially like a good seasoned
Mm.
fry is pretty darn good.
I like a just regular Cajun seasoned fry. That's
No sauce,
You know who has good seasoned fries?
Checkers.
Toots.
Checkers has the best fries
No,
ever. But
Zaxby's. No,
Zaxby's
oh,
has
are.
good seasoning on their
They do.
fries. Like they load them
But
up
here's
with
the problem,
seasoning.
the
When's the last
seasoning
time
is
you've been to
good.
Arby's?
The
Those
seasoning,
been
curly
on.
fries are freaking
but
good.
it tastes
been
so
Yeah,
on
but
soggy.
they're not not
What'd you
because
say?
they're seasoned, because they're
But
crispy
they're
and
so
delicious.
soggy. They're
Which
not
ones?
They are
crispy.
soggy though.
No, the Zaxby's ones,
yeah,
yes,
they're
they are.
soggy.
They are soggy.
They are.
But
That's
they're
what makes them good. The more
But
grease to coat your arteries,
When you
kinda
have
lubes
enough
everything up.
seasoning on it, I don't mind
Now,
it as
If
bad.
they were crunchy and like that, bro.
I bet you could ask them to make them crispy. I bet you could ask for extra crispy fries. I'm sure you could.
I know what we're gonna do.
What's the worst thing? They could say no.
Ferb.
But you can ask.
Herb, I know what we're gonna do today.
Yeah, food's pretty good.
Sonic used to have good fries. Now they have.
I think. Also, I think
Whatever
we
that
have to
is.
Andrew
smoke.
has been out of shape about Sonic's fries.
Why do they change it?
Well,
He
no,
doesn't even care that
here's
they
why I'm bent
changed
out of
them.
shape. They're like new groovy fries, and I'm like, you mean the original crinkle cut fries?
Yeah.
Like, you mean the first freaking fry? Like, what the heck? This is not new and special. It's just the daggum. We're bringing back the original fry. I would like that more than saying, look, we made something new. No, you didn't. That's like the morons are like, they discovered that diesel can run on vegetable oil. No, you moron. They discovered that vegetable oil engines could run on diesel. That's why we have diesel, because they're like, hey, we have something to do with this trash. And also, J.P. Morgan and all the giants could also, make money off of it then instead of the farmers being in control. But at the same time, like, I had a guy all excited talking about reading this article about how they discovered that diesels could run on, different oils and all the soy oils and stuff. And I'm like, no, it's what they were originally designed to run on. It's backwards. This is not new technology. This is not, oh my God, they've come up with something. This is people going, oh yeah, let's go back to the basics. Like, just say we're bringing back crinkle cut fries.
I like the other version. Straight, skinny, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I
And I
like
like
that.
them covered in cheese and ketchup and salt
Dylan likes them
With a
straight
foot
and
long-
skinny.
with a foot long cheese coat. Guys or girls?
That's what I want to know.
He said straight.
Yeah, but you can be straight or gay if you're a guy or a girl.
What?
Why are you looking at me?
Straight and skinny. Interesting.
Straight.
I don't understand some of my daughters. They're like, the closer to death they look. It's like if you look like you just come out of a crypt and you probably should go back in and lay down. I like it. That's what they like. And it's like,
Hear me out.
of course, I do have an affinity for pale skinned women.
What is he talking about again?
Your sisters apparently like dead people.
Women?
Microwavable hot dog.
They just
Okay,
like
so we're
skinny
getting
and
off that
strong.
topic.
Not coming out the crypt.
Yeah, but all of them are so pale.
Definitely getting off that topic.
What are you talking about?
Food Lion.
Food Lion.
Microwavable mac and cheese.
Ew.
Are you saying this just for Chisato?
Huh?
I'm just saying microwavable stuff.
I think you guys are whacked in the head. So
You
how
ever
you been?
tried this?
Punch him.
I don't like vitamin water.
You just don't like vitamin.
I don't.
What? I don't like the taste of vitamins. Well, you're supposed to swallow them, not chew them.
I didn't know that.
Children's vitamins are chewable.
Hey, those things can be delicious.
Ew.
He's got a little pack of prune gummies, doesn't know what he's eating, you know. You want some CVS chocolate?
No, Malachi, you remember the elderberry gummies my parents have? You suck.
No.
Those are good. They're elderberry berries gummies. I mean, elderberry gummies.
Are they
Very
like
good.
my gummies?
I don't know.
They're not like your gummies.
Pretty sure like they're medical.
The returnable water bottle.
What? It's not a boomerang. Why do you suck so bad?
It's a bag.
I mean, the fact that his bottle's back at his feet twice in a row is
That's
pretty
crazy.
impressive.
Hang on.
We don't have that camera. We have no cameras.
Yes, we do.
It's working?
Well, I don't know. Maybe not.
Well, then why are
I
you
flopped
telling
it over there.
Did it work?
I mean,
Did you flop a blank image
it's
over there?
either frozen or it's there.
I made it.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
really?
that
Like
was,
Frozen?
it definitely showed the trash can, but I don't know if the trash can is frozen.
well, it won't be frozen because it was unplugged earlier. So
Okay, then yeah, it's there. I'm not a moron.
listen here, woman,
Why would I flip to a blank screen?
because you're just doing what I tell you to do because you're
But
obedient.
you didn't tell me to. You told me not to.
So, guys, if you ever get married,
I'm not, but continue.
Getting married.
are you not getting married out of spite, or you just don't think you're gonna find somebody?
At this point, it's the first one, but it's probably both.
Why, Dylan? Are you even looking?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Well, that's my
It's because it's out of spite. I'm not looking.
my oldest daughter, who's like, all these girls get good guys, blah blah blah. And it's like, if you're not looking, because she's not. So, but she's not bitter about it. So, like, if you're not looking and you don't want one, that's fine.
I'm not bitter about it.
But what will happen is you'll be walking down the road one day, or you'll be hanging out somewhere. You don't have to be walking down the road because that ensues that your vehicle's broken.
Or homeless.
But
I mean, he was driving Chevy.
or
That's
homeless. It's
crazy.
okay. But anyways, one
Hey.
day you will see one, and it will either be first sight, or you'll be talking to them at some point and just be like, "Oh, yeah, this is it."
Maybe. Also, I'd like to point out, I drove by a Ford yesterday. He was on the side of the road.
It's an all-car problem. I drove by a Ford and a Dodge. I love making fun of cars. I don't even have a brand anymore. When I see cars on the side of the road, I'm like,
When I
what
call
a
my
Ford problem.
Yeah, I was like, found on road dead while I drove past.
when I call my buddy to see if I can borrow one of his trucks for a few hours, and his Dodge, his GMC, and his Ford is down, it's an all car problems. Like literally, man's got 4 trucks, and he's like, all of them are broke. Every one of them is like,
You only said 3.
there's another one in there. Oh, I wasn't gonna drive the spreader truck. Can't pull a trailer with a spreader truck. And that, have you ever drove that thing?
The gray one?
Yeah.
A little bit.
One day you go over there and you fire it up, and that thing purrs like a kitten. Shifts, revs up, revs down, drives like a dream. Next day you'll go over and fire it up, and it's like an absolute nightmare to drive. Like
I've
you got to
driven it
feather it to keep it running and everything.
to the shop and backed it up.
Oh, from the yard. But that's when it was running like trash.
It still ran fine. My clutch work is a lot better now, so I didn't like just kill it instantly.
Yeah. But when it's running trashy, it's hard not to kill sometimes. Like it's just
Well-
it's terrible. And then sometimes you go over there and you fire it up, and it's just like.
Like whenever you were pulling it into the driveway, and I said, "Yep, he's killing that," and I pulled up to the next driveway.
Yeah, it's a nightmare to drive when it's running bad, and I don't know what's wrong because I'll ask Sandusky, and he's like, "Well, it runs fine every time I drive it." And I'm like, "Yeah, right. You're just so used to trash equipment." By the way, you need to check his Facebook.
I don't think I have his Facebook.
You have-
I have his wife's.
Yeah, check his wife's Facebook, and don't say nothing, but just check it and smile. It's
Okay.
just for you. So, Dylan, how'd your week go?
tired.
Did
That's
you get-
loud.
Did you get choked by any middle-aged men?
Yes.
Was it me?
Probably. I don't think you choked me.
Hey, you have to admit, I got out of your grip.
You kicked him in his balls.
No, before I
He
kicked
trying to
him-
murder my balls. Yeah, 'cause I let you.
Yeah, bull crap.
I like you're doing good. You do need to like relax a little though.
Not when you're sitting there choking me. I'm not relaxing. I'm
If
gonna
you're
get
not-
out.
He
If you're
actually
not
chokes
going
you.
out-
He doesn't even fight me. He just sits on lays on me like I'm a couch.
Did it work?
Yes.
He didn't get a move on me. Maybe two. I don't even maybe.
I had
one.
you in a Kimura, an
You
armbar,
didn't
a
have me on
cross
a
collar choke.
Camaro one time
He tried to put me in an arm bar. It didn't work.
or an arm bar.
Hmm I had them where I could lock them up completely and then just let them go and kept working.
Oh crap!
Mama,
She wasn't paying attention.
the next time we roll, if I just destroy him, is that okay?
Who are you destroying?
My son, the cocky one.
Yeah, I'm not cocky.
You're trying to tell me you let me go when you
Mhm.
had my back. You couldn't move your hands. Obviously, you were gonna let go of me. You kept trying to move, and I wasn't letting you grab me.
I'm talking about before that, before we even got to that point. I had you in two different arm bars that I just caught and let go.
You had me on. You were on top of me, and you said, "What are you gonna do?" And I said, "Ladies first." So you tried to put me in a chokehold, and that didn't work. So you rolled over and tried, and that didn't work.
Yay.
I fought the purple belt. It's fun fighting him.
Alex,
Yeah, it's fun fighting him.
he's good to roll with. He's extremely patient. Like he doesn't move unless it's got a purpose most of the time. From what I've noticed rolling with him.
Well, when we rode, round one went to nobody. Round two, he tapped me out like last 3 seconds. Like the
He-
second I tapped,
He
the
probably
bell
could have
rung.
tapped you 15
Oh,
seconds
100%.
into every match, and they just kept tapping you.
I don't know. There's some people I like rolling with, some people I don't.
That new guy who was there, who was friends with the blue
You
gi
started
one.
this.
The short little guy,
Yeah,
the new guy.
that guy's strong.
There's a lot of them that are strong, but it takes so long to learn to rely on technique over strength.
I just focused on brute strength with him. To be complete, I couldn't get because he had one arm on my leg where he had to block it, and the other one was just so tight around my neck, and like I just couldn't get out of it. So I just forced him off of me pretty much the first time. Well, third time. But
I mean, if you can do that, that's okay. But like I was rolling Zach, and I was like, dude, I'm exhausted. Like I'll give you what I can, but like he just Turkish get ups with me over and over because I couldn't fight nothing. I was tired.
That's what you call that?
Yeah.
Bear kept doing that to me.
And I was just like, I'm sorry, I'm not being a good
That
partner.
is-
He's like,
that
no, you're
is-
good.
That's got to be the most unfun sparring of all time.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I got you out of guard. All he does is sits up.
Yeah, it gives him the practice and the core
What
strength
practice?
over and over.
He already has it.
Yeah, but think if you're sitting there practicing, getting it over and over again, it helps you.
And then I'm just sitting there and I'm just like pushing, and all I'm feeling is every muscle in here burning because I've been pushing here for 3 minutes.
It builds your strength up. If you want to learn to fight bears, you got to fight bear.
I wanted to fight him, but every time I did, like someone else would come up to me and be like, "Yeah, I guess."
See, I'm the type of person who'd be like, nah, I'm not rolling you.
Well, that little kid had no one else to roll, so I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
You should have seen him tear into his daddy.
Oh no, the little bugger is fast and like small, and it's hard to like
Mm-hmm.
get him off of you and like try to like do stuff. And it's like
The fast,
a
tiny,
freak.
Me and
tiny
him-
people
me
are
and
like,
him
what are
were
you doing?
just smooth rolling when I rolled with him because he's so much smaller than me.
Yeah, when we tried that last one, me and him had no idea what to do.
And I like the positional sparring too. I like open sparring, but I also enjoy, hey, start from here, focus on this, drill this.
I don't really like side control. I didn't really like it down in Georgia either.
Being in it or having
You
it?
do it wrong.
I do it wrong apparently. So I just don't like it.
I like
Did
how
you
the
feel my
comment-
side control?
You don't put
I
your
don't know.
knee in their shoulder.
I can't remember.
You just
That
like
was
you just
yesterday.
like lay on me.
When I put my ribs into your ribs and pinned you to the ground, and you said, "Ugh."
No, you just laid on me like I was a couch.
Yeah, that was my ribs up in your rib cage, which I
Wasn't
have to be
fun.
very careful with because I'll pop my own ribs out of place again. But
Ha. That's right. My ribs will fight back. Ha. Do it again. See what happens.
I see how it is. I see how it is. Look at this woman over here. Done zoned out. Did you see what I told you to look at?
I did.
Okay.
Smiled at you. I tried to get eye contact.
Now put your phone down.
Yay.
So if I get Matt's here, your mama said she would roll with me.
He's heavy, by the way. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I'm not going to say what I was fixing to say.
I'm not either.
Dylan, you got to stop. We're trying to make a clean podcast. And you're
We
all
have
like,
5 children, Dylan.
gutter mine.
Yeah, that.
Gutter
I
mine.
clicked it after y'all were like y'all were laughing hard. I was like,
When
yeah.
her face turns red, you're like, yep. I walked into that one. You guys are dead tonight.
I'm tired.
From what? Act like you go to work, roll 2 or 3 nights a week.
It's been a crazy week.
Yeah, horrible week. Worst
Yeah.
week of 2025.
Yeah.
What was this week?
What? It started Tuesday, maybe Monday.
You can
I can't remember.
I don't know what happened Monday.
I don't remember anything happening Monday.
I can't remember when. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce her name. But the Ukrainian girl. I don't remember when she got stabbed.
I thought that was over the weekend.
It might have been.
I thought that was like Tuesday.
It might have been.
I
Someone-
mean, a lot of stuff happens on Tuesday.
no, also happened on Wednesday.
So he got shot and died the same day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was in critical condition for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because when I first read about it, it was just that he had been shot and he was in critical condition. And then it was shortly thereafter that everybody was blowing up. I don't understand why they keep letting people on rooftops with rifles.
Because they want them up there.
I mean,
It was
that's,
planned. I mean, what else can you?
that's my understanding of most of the attempts, because the security we're supposed to have doing things, it's obvious, kind of have a guy on every roof. It's not that hard. If you don't have the money to have a guy on every roof, probably should shut your security company down.
I don't know. It's just
Or a guy on the highest roof, watching all
America.
the other roofs.
America's going so downhill so fast, and it has been for way too long.
I think it's, like I told you the other day, I think it's close to, because like if you follow the social dynamic in America before the first Civil War, it got to a point to where the two different opposing factions, there was no reconciling between them, because one or both, and it was a little bit of both in the first Civil War, just refused to actually come to the table and talk about anything.
I think,
And that's what we're getting to now, because the other side refuses to come to the table and talk whatsoever, right?
Yeah.
But if they keep pushing it and keep pushing it and keep pushing it, it's going to get to a point to where the side that is willing, the Charlie Kirks and stuff like that want to sit down, let's have this conversation, let's logically debate this. It's going to get to the point where even those people don't want to. They're fed up. They're tired of being shot, killed, stabbed, afraid to do anything.
well, he said multiple times, when I die, I don't want to go to heaven and, have God look at me and say, have I not commanded you to spread my word? And he didn't go out there because he was scared.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm not going to live my life in fear. Like,
But, I mean, that's the problem. People that aren't going to live their life in fear are few and far between. So when you strike someone like that, a lot of people that were saying and speaking out and talking and telling people, hey, that's like all the after the last election, all the crazy people shaving their heads and don't go to family dinners and, I don't put up with this if your family, and like just splitting families over political
But
divides.
I mean, you're right. A lot of people spew rhetoric on social medias and things. A lot of people are saying a lot of hurtful things on social medias and things. But from what I have personally seen and from people that I've talked to, like at work and stuff, that's not what most people are doing in face-to-face actions. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
like keyboard warriors, yes.
Yes, but the problem is
But-
where you get the crazy people that go and actually commit these acts is where you have so many people that don't have enough personal responsibility or forethought of mind to not do this stuff online. Because if you think about the people that go and do this stuff, they're not meeting people face to face a lot of times. And if it is that they're people that are just as off kilter as they are, and they get stuck in this chamber, right or left, of just nobody has a dissenting view, and you cannot handle an opposing opinion so bad that you have to go kill someone because they think differently than you.
But that's incredibly dangerous on either side.
That's what I said. That's why I said right or left. It
Right.
doesn't matter. Extremism is bad in any direction.
Correct.
But we have so many people. Society's gotten to the point when the internet first come out, AOL chat rooms and messengers and stuff like that. There was a lot more of the population that would watch what they would say online just because they would watch what they would say in person,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
That has faded out of society altogether.
I don't think it has.
The way I think and speak is more accepted today than it ever has been at any point of history.
Yeah, that's sad for you.
I don't have people tell me you can't say that, you can't think that a lot of times anymore. And so it's kind of nice, but at the same time, there's a whole lot of people that agree with absolutely everything but one. I mean, it's an obvious attack on Christ himself. That's why Christian, Judeo-Christian values are what's attacked the most. I mean, actually, they're really all that's attacked. I mean, you got Queers for Palestine as a group. Like, just the logic is not there. So, it's just sad that discourse is gone.
I don't
Proper
think you're
ability.
completely 100% correct, because give liberals the opportunity and give that, like, they eat their own all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's true that they only attack Christians. They are an attacking group. They aren't.
Yes, but they only eat
There's-
their own when they line up with what the Christians say.
But
Think
in the most
about
vague way.
that's what I'm
in
saying.
the most not even really lining up way.
If you don't tout what we say against what we don't want to let out, you are gone. The only time they eat their own really is when it doesn't serve their purpose of attacking the one group. If you start looking at the things behind it, a lot of the feminists, right? Why did all the feminists get eaten alive by a lot of the liberals? Because they spoke out against transgenders in sports.
Yes.
Okay. There's one other group that spoke out against transgenders in sports, really.
Are you saying feminists and Christians?
Uh-huh.
I've also heard a lot of lesbian groups.
Yeah. But they start eating them alive because you are not helping us push this boundary against this one group.
I mean, maybe, but
I think basically anyone who is on Charlie Kirk's side is better, because I mean, what happened after George Floyd?
Well, yeah, that's because
Riots in the
she's right.
Riots,
Um,
stores were burnt, pretty much.
the liberal movement right now and the liberal side is the leaders are trying to do a color revolution, destabilize the country through pitting the people against each other, use different factions. Everybody has a different color
it's
shirt,
just
so therefore they're bad.
divisiveness in general.
Yeah.
Any way that can cause a divide, they would like to cause a divide.
Yeah,
Over everything.
that's how you destroy
really.
a country.
It's,
You have to divide the populace. A united
Yes.
populace can't fight you.
I mean,
Or
even
can
like
fight you.
little things like I'm a woman and you guys are all men. We should be against each other because of that.
Absolutely.
Malachi and Dylan are young and we are old. They should be against us because of that. Like,
Oh, people.
there's so many things.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what the push is to destabilize the society, because it's hard to, a united populace can't be easily defeated. So their
Yeah,
purpose
because when we're standing elbow to elbow, we're hard to fight.
their purpose is to just cause chaos and dissension and people to just hate each other. And there's so many people that, I mean, for lack of a better terminology, are just retarded enough to fall into it. You get your
Or
emotions.
emotional enough.
Yeah, once you get your emotions triggered, you
It
get
doesn't-
somebody mad, you keep them mad, and if you're mad, you don't think.
Or sad, or like all of our emotions really can be played with like that.
Yeah, but if you watch how they play the groups, it doesn't matter what the initial emotion is. You always move it towards anger and action.
Yeah.
Because if you can
Yeah.
keep them angry and acting, they don't think about what they're doing.
Yeah.
I think we should be able to kill people.
You keep saying this.
I'd rather you not.
Yeah, it's like
I
a-
think
this.
I think two
So-
adult men ought to have the right to decide they want to fight to the death, and nobody should be able to say nothing about it.
I'm not against that.
Well, like, okay. There's just situations where we need to get over it that people, like, things happen. But at the same time, you know, a lot of things wouldn't happen if people who did it just got killed in front of everybody.
You mean kind of like Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
You get caught stealing,
You lose
we-
whatever you
we
stole.
round
with.
everybody up, and first they take a finger, I think, and then they take all your fingers eventually, and then they'll take a hand, and then I think they don't like mess with fingers on the other side. I think they just take a hand. It's been different over the years,
It's-
but yeah, it's severe, but it's
you're-
also
but-
public.
Exactly. I'm saying, I mean, people will still do it, but it'll be a lot less if we're putting better consequences than, 7 months in jail.
I think you ought to bring back the family's right to be the Avengers of Blood.
I don't even know what that
you
is.
would have to bring back sanctuary cities if you did that.
I'm fine with that. Actual sanctuary cities. I mean, biblically,
Not like
if
sanctuary cities, like what?
was it the next
The
of
other-
kin?
Yeah,
People,
It was.
if
like,
you're listening to this, look it up for yourself. It's in the Bible. It's in the Old Testament. I think it's in Leviticus and Numbers.
I can
maybe.
look it up.
Yeah, look it up for me. But like the Avenger of Blood, your family had the right to go after your killer or rapist or different, and they were not safe until they got to the city of refuge, and they could stay there and be fine as long as they didn't leave that city. And when the high priest of that city died, they were allowed to come back home without consequences. But like the family was allowed to go after people who hurt their family. And it wasn't like, oh, you're being vigilante justice. It's like, no, you have your right.
Yeah, but
It
even
is in Numbers, Deuteronomy, and Joshua.
vigilantism isn't really that big of a crime, in my opinion.
No, and
It-
that's
it's
the problem.
Not in your opinion, but it is according to the law.
It is according to the law. Okay, that one dude in Florida, the sadomasochist that was running around and raping rapists.
Hey, you get what you get.
Yeah.
If you were asking me my opinion of it, I agree with both of you. I'm just saying that the law is different, and
But
it
the
depends
law-
on judge and jury.
But hang on, the law has become a complete control over man, cradle to grave, and man has lost the autonomy over his own life.
I don't disagree with you. I am just saying what it is.
Hey, Tess, we understand what you're saying, but we are musing about what could be different. We know the facts.
I wouldn't take
Alright,
that
fine.
type of disrespect if I was you.
Honestly, we just don't care. I mean, at this point, the law is anything that offends anybody. You're instantly, you should go to jail. I think
That
that
is
we've lost
not what the law
pride as
is.
people. I mean, we've lost pride as.
We've not lost pride. We've lost individuality and
I feel like we've lost
Res-
pride.
responsibility
I
for
mean, you don't
ourselves.
have pride unless you're freaking gay or
That's
transgender
That's
or
how you create a
you're
group.
not
You
cool.
hijack the language. You change the meanings.
it's retarded. I
George
mean,
Orwell's 1984. If you take, both of you should read these books. Aldous Huxley's A Brave New World has a lot of sexuality in it. But I think if in today's culture, if you look at today's culture and you read 1984 and Aldous Huxley's A Brave New World, one's George Orwell, one's Aldous Huxley, I think what we are watching in society is a beautiful blend of what them two people said totalitarian control will be taken over by.
Not beautiful. Beautiful implies good.
It's no, the complexity and the geniusness of it is beautiful. I can admire a nefarious plan because of its structure and order. Does that make sense?
Fair enough for you, I guess.
There's some snakes out there that are deadly as heck, but they're beautiful creatures.
Yes, but a plan is not a beautiful thing.
But anyways, because like if you think about society, it's most nations now have a push to either be total control over everything, right? Can't have dissenting opinions from the state. I mean, you will go to jail and pay massive fines for saying anything politically incorrect in Canada, in the United Kingdom, England, all in places. So they've got this total lockdown and control of language. Have you noticed that? They control the language. They change the meaning of words. They make certain symbols that were just fine one point. All of a sudden now they're racist. They're this. They're that. And you destabilize the populace, and you control them by constantly keeping them angry at the other group. It's always you're at war with this country. You're at war with this country. This group's against you. This group's against you. That's 1984. The other side of it is the complete perversion of our society through sex and drugs. And I'm not talking about drugs as far as illicit drugs as much as I'm talking about the psychological industry and the pharmaceutical industry in their drugs. If you have any problem in your life, they're very quick to put you on a drug that takes that problem away. Mentally even. And they're messing with people's brains, and they don't understand half of what the brain does anyways. But that's what they do a lot of times. The antidepressants, SSRIs, and all this stuff they put people on. It alters your brain chemistry, but it's to fix an emotional or mental problem, right? So that's what they did in Aldous Huxley's A Brave New World. Everybody was on drugs to make sure everybody was happy. It was free sex for everybody. They had big orgy parties and stuff like that. And if you didn't want to fit into that society, you were weird. Like he went and lived on the one place where he could live like an old-timey person.
The island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But think about that. What is today's society? If you don't agree with everything we tell you to do and give us control of everything, you're supposed to go be promiscuous in today's society. It's not
But
only...
I feel like kids are, not kids, but like young people are rebelling against that more and more.
They are, but when you put the controls locked down in both directions, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Either or wouldn't work by themselves. But I think the fact that, I don't know whether naturally or by the powers that be or the nefarious powers that be, but the blend of the two methodologies of control is genius. And you're also speaking from an American perspective.
This is true.
So let me throw this
So
out
are
there.
you.
Yeah. Well, I can think from other people's perspective, too, because it's hard to understand populaces of people who have been subjugated for most of their history. Americans' history, 250-something years, okay? The entire history of America is people going and doing things for the purpose of freedom. To be American was to be free. It is freer than most places now, but it's getting very quickly to where we're not free anymore, and we're not nearly as free as we started. But the whole country was founded on personal freedom, the ability to live your life as you saw fit. There's not another country in the world that was founded on those principles at all. Russia, most of Russians' history, they've either subjugated others or been subjugated themselves. All of your European countries come from kings and monarchies and stuff like that. Your African countries, all of them are tribes and kings and monarchs and, So it's hard for people who have grown up in a society based on freedom to understand other countries' mentality. Where you haven't been free, it has been no other option. In Japan, over in Asian countries, they told them to wear a mask. What did they do?
Put on a mask.
Every daggum one of them put on a mask. They locked down most of Italy, told them to wear a mask and do the exact... A country with the oldest populace in the world with a virus that really is only dangerous for very old people. said we're going to lock everything down and do what you're told. And people just shut up and did what they were told. There was not mass revolts. There was not people going and doing stuff. There was not people fighting against it, because the mentality of your culture for so long has been the people in charge tell you what to do and you daggum do it. And so that's what, if we lose this country, the total control is already there. And that's why they fight so hard against the Charlie Kirks and the people like that, is because it's not really that they preach and talk against what they're trying to do. It's that they preach and talk and try to encourage people to think for themselves. That's the danger. The message is not what the danger is. I could teach to you a message about Satanism or paganism or anything in the world, but if my entire theory of the message is you need to go study for yourself, you need to think for yourself, you need to educate yourself, that message is dangerous either way. If the main core of the message is think and do for yourself, study for yourself, don't take other people's opinions. That's why he was assassinated, honestly.
Did Trump actually sign that school would only be like 6 months out of the year?
I don't know. Look it up, Mama. It'd be awesome if he did, because the public education system is part of how half the people
I keep
are
seeing that on
indoctrinated.
Instagram, but obviously I don't know if it's true because,
You can't trust Instagram.
no, but
You can't trust Google.
supposedly saying that he thinks that people need to learn how to be people more.
I mean,
But people are revolting because it's going to ruin our workforce.
No, it won't. Take all that money that you spend on all them schools to teach kids nothing and give it to the parents.
That is a false rumor
Yeah, that's what I figured.
that has circulated primarily through viral, unidentified videos on social media platforms like TikTok.
Yeah,
But see, and a lot of that type of stuff that you see, all of that is put out there just for disruption and to build hate and to make people just seethe in anger over things. Well, you don't go.
better if he did.
I mean, it would. It'd be better. I mean, the amount of people I have known that have switched from public school to homeschooling in the past 10 years that have talked to me about it at one point, and then the next time I see them or the next school year, they'll be talking about homeschooling. It's like, you're homeschooling now? They're like, yeah. Well, how do you like it? Dude, I love it. And I've had parents tell me, I didn't think I would be able to be around my children all day. Right? And they're like, within a month, it was incredible. They got out of the habits they were taught at school. They got in the habits of being home. Got to teach them how the home rules work. And their kids are fine. People don't realize that if you want your kid to have your beliefs, morals, and values, it is your job to teach them that. And if you only have a couple hours at most a day with your child, and especially think about the people that, because everybody knows families like this. Kid goes to school, they go to practice after school, they have a ball game every night. Like, they're nonstop going. They never actually sit down and spend time with their child. Them people have 15 to 30 minutes a day to actually engage their child, teach their child, and mold their child. The rest of the time, someone else is doing it for you, and you can't control who else is doing it. That's why it's your job as a parent to do it, you daggum self. Now, I think you can do it, and your kids go to public school, but you have to be very intentional about it. You know, and even the people who influence them after school, like I've known several, not just our gym, but I've known several great jiu-jitsu gyms and guys over the years that I've heard talk about parents going to jiu-jitsu with their children, going and watching their children. You know, understanding that there's certain things your child can do that will teach them sportsmanship and all this stuff, but then there's environments you can do it to where you can control who they're around. Like when you go to a sporting event, your kid plays football, you're always traveling, you're going to a different school, they're around different adults. A lot of times the coaches, some of them are really good, but then you have the coaches that are, it's win, 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 win. You know, and that's not teaching them sportsmanship and to be the best they are.
Yeah.
You know, and also like you get
football coach.
you have
For real.
you have this big amount of teams, so they're around a whole bunch of kids that you don't know. A lot of times their parents are there at the games or the practices, and you talk to them a little bit, but you don't really know them.
Yeah.
In like a jiu-jitsu place, or any martial arts, I'd say, honestly, you're around the people that you know. It's the same people coming there every time. Even when you go to the competitions, a bunch of people go with you. You're there for one, and it's only if you want to.
Yeah.
So, like, you have a much more ability. Like, all the guys that I get to roll with all the time, I get to talk to them. Like, I know their character, and it's hard to not know someone's character when they're choking you or you're choking them.
Okay, fair. And also, but like, because our kids are teens and they do the adults class, like, they have like that extra time with you.
Mhm.
And because I go and watch, I'm there. But that wouldn't be the same dynamic if you've got kids. You don't want, like,
No, but I'm saying you're controlling the environment. You know what they're being taught.
this is true. And like almost all of the parents stay and watch. Like it always bothered me when our kids were in dance and the parents weren't allowed to be in there. And I know it's a distraction for the kids, so I get that. But also
Yeah.
yeah, I just didn't like leaving my kids
It's not
in
necessarily
general.
it's not necessarily leaving your kids. It's the fact that someone is telling you you cannot be present when your child is being taught by them. And it's like, okay, what are you doing to my child?
Yeah, you're right.
Because honestly, they do it because a lot of parents are sissies
Yeah.
and their children run over them, and that's why they do it. But like for me, you want me to be there. Trust me, because my children are pretty good. But if they're not going to look over at me for sympathy. They're going to look over at me and go, "Oh crap."
Yeah, and I think dance parents are a lot different than jujitsu parents, just from what I've seen.
Yeah, I
like
don't really hear many dance parents call out for someone to outdance their child.
I see
But in jiu-jitsu, it's
our
like, choke them out, choke them out.
younger
Jujitsu
jujitsu family parents, and like I love those parents. They're just, I don't know. They want to have well-behaved kids. They want to have kids that become functioning adults that
Mm-hmm.
like are good members of society
And that's
for
our,
the most part.
that's our jobs as parents.
Absolutely.
When society forgot that they were raising adults and started trying to raise children, that's okay. I mean, you can talk. I can. Don't worry, shut
We're
up.
so confused.
I don't know.
I'm here.
I took
Just-
over.
We're
I'm
listening.
sorry.
We're listening. Just keep talking.
But yeah, when society decided the big experiment with no spanking and all that was along the biggest shift to where people started trying to raise children. They wanted to give their children childhoods, and you can't push them too hard, and they got to do this, and they try to baby them. And the whole of society, most parents have been taught that your goal is to make this child have an awesome childhood. No, your goal is to raise a functioning adult.
I saw a mom recently and on a video, and she had a lot of kids. I think she said she had 9. So that's a pretty big family. But like I want you boys to listen to this and tell me if it would have made a difference to you. But she said with her kids, when she had a task that needed doing around the house, she would not choose the kid that was either the oldest or the most dependable kid. 'Cause like, I'm sure, Dylan, if you think about your siblings and you, if you think your mom asked this kid to do something, it's most likely to be done.
Mm,
Who's she asking?
Yeah. I'm
who's
not
she
I'm not
asking?
telling that's
don't
not what
know.
you need to say. But like the point is, like, I have certain kids that I will a lot of times ask to do certain chores because like I know they will actually do it and they won't complain. They'll have better attitude. But this mom said she picks the youngest child that is capable of doing the job like safely. So like she's not going to ask her toddler to light a fire.
There'd be a
Why
sheet if
not?
I had
But,
10 kids. Like,
Like
y'all gonna do this day. You're gonna do this day, and then you're gonna go forth from there. All right. It's gonna be a training camp in there.
but she said doing that like the kid is
She just
challenged.
Picked her youngest kid.
No.
She picked the youngest kid capable of doing the task safely. So instead of putting it all on the kid that actually can do it and has already learned how to do it, she constantly gives them challenging responsibilities to keep them moving forward.
Something to strive for and get better at and
Like how
learn
you-
how to
Like
do.
how you do Kiri with a weed eater. You're capable of doing it. You're going to do it. And you're going to learn how to do it.
But her thing was how much her kids enjoyed it and Like,
Well, you also don't overwork the one. You don't have the factory mentality. That worker works hard, so let's give him more work.
exactly.
Makes sense.
It was not like how Malachi makes Kiri weed eat everything,
Yeah, because
except
Carrie,
for the
Carrie
one
does
time he
this.
didn't.
I still am trying to figure that one out. I don't know why she will not just hold the trigger down. She will not just hold the trigger down.
And then she like has to get ready to weed eat.
Does she ask y'all why it's not cutting?
No.
So it actually cuts?
Yeah. What do you mean?
She's just.
I mean, yeah, but it takes her for freaking ever. Okay, done. Did you look down there where the pool is? You see how
Was.
it's kind of weeded? And then, by the shop and the house. I like thought to myself, I was like, I could go ask Kira to do this. She's going to complain for 30 minutes. It's going to take her 30 minutes to get ready. It's going to take her an hour and a half to do it. I could get off the mower. I could do it in 25 to 30 and not have to listen to someone whine.
He's
So I
growing
did
up.
all the weed eating.
Yeah, when you get to the point where you're like, I will do extra work just not to listen to someone whine.
Why are y'all laughing? That's y'all's kid.
I'm laughing because,
That's what your mama used to do.
yeah,
And I had to stop her from doing that because I told her she was going to raise children and didn't know how to do anything.
Well, I tried to do that to Kiri, and she just whines. But I can't smack her or get her in trouble with anything or take her phone away. No,
Oh.
just got to listen
you
to
can take her
whine.
phone away.
I smack my children. Actually, I do jujitsu on them now.
Teaching Ayla that karate sucks.
Pretty much. She was like, Dada, can I go to jujitsu class? Aaron was like, let's focus on karate right now because we're paying for it. She's like, but it sounds so fun.
They'd be welcome in jiu-jitsu class.
Not the adult one, but there's,
Nah, she's
yeah.
got it. She's
there's
got
kids'
it.
class.
Yeah.
She's got it.
But
trust.
yeah, she would love the kids class.
No, she's got the adults trust.
Only if you let them work together.
I'd take her on Malachi and be like, do whatever you want.
Well, that's because Malachi's not going to punch her.
He'd probably throw her
There's
against
no
the
punching
mat,
in
the mat
jujitsu.
walls. And
There's
all
no
that.
crying in baseball. Sorry, that's pretty good. Good job, Mom.
When we were doing the fire, she kept going over there and doing something, and I kept picking her up and threatening to throw her in the fire,
Heck yeah.
yelling sacrifice.
Sacrifice. I appreciate that.
I didn't actually throw her in the fire, obviously, but
That's like you wrap a whole bunch of empty boxes for Christmas, and every time your children act up, you go over there and you grab one and you throw it in the fire.
Because that's not traumatizing.
And you tell them, hey, there's a cat in one.
Hey.
Heck yeah.
Remember that puppy you wanted?
I just want a forever puppy.
That's terrible.
That look.
That skit is so hilarious. The whitest kid you know used to be a comedy.
Do you not know what a forever puppy is?
Yeah, they have the Forever Puppy commercial, and when the puppy starts growing up, you take it back in and trade it in, but you can hear them murdering the dog in the background.
That's
And
not funny.
it's the Forever Puppy.
I want a forever puppy. They're so much cuter when
Okay,
they're little.
it is funny when they have the skit where it's the guy in heaven deciding where the babies go, and there's like, we got a slight problem because they're having a board meeting. And they're like, yeah, we have a lot of population in this one area, and so like we're trying to figure out like what's going on. And so he's like, hang on, I'll go ask such and such, and he goes out the door, and he's sitting there putting them on the conveyor belt to ship them to the different countries. He's the stork or whatever. And he's like, to China, to China, to China, to China, to China. And the guy's like, what are you doing? And he's like, my job, to China, to China. And he's like, you think maybe you could send like a few other places? Yeah, got some good skits. Banana? Come on. Banana.
I don't know that one. But could you say that again louder and with your mouth more open?
There's a thumbnail.
Gets other people views.
Yeah, you need to do thumbnails.
Thumbnails? You guys need to post on Instagram.
Nah.
You need to do
Nah.
thumbnails.
Thumbnails are like the one thing that like gets people to click on YouTube videos.
You can have thumbnails when you post on Instagram.
If you
Don't
teach me how to
poke
do it,
your nose
I'll do
with
it.
a pencil. Do not put a pencil up your nose.
You're gonna make
No.
it disappear. Watch this.
All right. You guys ready to wrap up?
Guys, that disappeared.
I'm Houdini. I'm here all night. Not really. I'm about to go to sleep.
Like, subscribe, comment, share.
God bless America.